And now at 6 o'clock, we are continuing breaking news coverage of a man who was shot and killed by Vancouver police. Our Ashley Grams will bring us what we know so far live from the scene in just a few minutes. Plus, your eyes are not playing tricks on you. That is a school bus on fire in Salem, and it happened with kids still inside. We talked to the bystander who helped rescue them from the fire. Coming up.
Too rich ice cream. I don't want to lose any,
Yeah, so he's eating some ice cream swirled with Yoshida's teriyaki sauce. And coming up at 6:45, we're trying some of this innovative ice cream ourselves. KGW News at Sunrise starts right now. Good morning, and thank you for joining us on your Thursday here. I'm China Green. We're going to go right over to Rod Hill to take a look at your forecast this morning.
All right, last time I was turned around, you could see the state capitol. Yeah, there you can see it a little bit. This is down in Salem, of course. You folks seeing freezing fog this morning. There's a freezing fog advisory for even reduced visibility once you get down to Albany and then south into Eugene. For the most part, 29. This is the same old cold, frosty start that a lot of us have been dealing with for days and days. Portland is along the rivers getting enough of an east wind. The PDX is above freezing, 36. It's a similar temperature in downtown this morning, but again, a lot of you are in the 20s with hard frost out there. This will be a day that won't be clear. We're going to see some passing cloudiness from time to time from a weakening system coming in from the ocean. So kind of a partly cloudy day, mid-40s at noon, back up to about 47 for a high. Here's Chris.
Rod, to your point about the fog and the freezing fog, let's take you down to the south. This is down in the Albany area, Lynn County, I-5 near OR 34. You can plainly see the fog there. Note the temperature as well. Another morning where if you see fog, assume that there could be some ice on the road, and that is happening out in Sherman County. That's a look at US 97 near Kent. Once again, on Thursday, Sherman County schools on a 2-hour delay. Now, each day this week, that has turned into a full closure because of icy roads. In the metro area, we're in good shape. I-84, the Banfield near 82nd Avenue, that looks good. Camera number 3 takes us out to the Sylvan Hill. Traffic picking up a little bit, but so far, China, no major freeway trouble out there just yet.
Thank you, Chris. Our top story at 6 is a deadly police shooting in Vancouver. An officer shot and killed a man last night in a Safeway parking lot. Our Ashley Grams is live from that Safeway where investigators have been all night. Ashley, what can you tell us?
Yeah, this happened just after 10:45 last night, but state investigators are still here in the Safeway parking lot. They have an area to the side of the store taped off. Washington State Patrol crime scene technicians are some of the people working in this area near the store entrance. Vancouver police say they approached a man last night and a fight broke out. During the struggle, the man pulled out a gun, and that's when a police officer shot him. He was taken to the hospital where he died. Vancouver police say one of their officers was injured in the fight. We still don't know the extent of their injuries at this time. Vancouver police say that the 3 officers who were involved were placed on leave. The Washington State Office of Independent Investigations is handling this case. That is a brand new state agency. They just began taking calls on December 1st, a few days ago. Now, as for the man who was killed last night, investigators have still not released his name. China.
Our Ashley Grams reporting live from Vancouver this morning. Thank you, Ashley. The Lane County Sheriff's Office is looking for a missing 76-year-old woman. So take a look at your screen right here. They say Cheryl Guajardo was last believed to be near Highway 58, possibly on West Boundary Road on Tuesday. We're told she's known to travel between Eugene, Bend, and Portland for shopping. They say she suffers from dementia and memory loss. She was last seen driving her white 2022 RAV4. It's a picture of it right here. If you see Guajardo or know where she could be, contact police. Nearly 5,000 nurses, doctors, and caregivers at 13 Providence hospitals and clinics have voted to authorize a strike. Negotiations with Providence have been going on for more than a year and still no contract. The medical workers want more staffing, pay, and investments in patient safety. If a strike does happen, it would be the first time in Oregon history that doctors have walked off the job. But a 10-day notice is required by law before a strike can begin. Wells Fargo has announced that it will lay off more than 700 local workers in October of next year. 500 of the job cuts will happen in Hillsborough, and another 220 will take place in Salem. Here's the Portland Business Journal's managing editor weighing in on the announcement.
Wells Fargo is facing a lot of pressure on the commercial real estate side, as more and more companies let their employees work from home. Office vacancies are building up, and that makes it harder for companies to actually pay off their loans.
OPB reports that Wells Fargo has already laid off about 400 workers at the Hillsborough location since the start of last year. It was a scary afternoon for some students and families in Salem after a school bus caught fire. Our John Adams talked to the man who jumped into action and helped the students get off the bus safely.
Terrifying images captured in Salem on Tuesday. A Salem Kaiser school bus smoking and then erupting in flames. 7 students were on board at the time.
Bus was smoking so bad where it was filling the street up with smoke.
Travis Hansen says he started following the bus when he noticed something was wrong. He tailed it for a number of blocks as the situation got worse. The bus driver eventually pulled over here near Commercial and Pine Street in Salem. That's when Hansen jumped into action.
I run to the bus. I think the bus driver was having a hard time getting the doors open so I kind of pried the doors open as he was doing it, got the doors open.
The father of 4 says he then helped shepherd the students off the bus to safety as it filled with smoke.
As you could tell, they're frightened, definitely wanting to get off that bus.
I was nervous and scared because I had 3 on the bus.
Heather Hollum had a 13-year-old and 2 12-year-olds on the bus. She picked them up from a nearby gas station after the incident. That's where she saw the bus driver, who she described as being visibly shaken.
His hands were like this the whole time. He was on the phone, everything, and I felt so bad for him.
Hollum says she held her kids a little tighter that night.
I held them all. I was like, give me hugs.
The Salem Kaiser School District says they are investigating the incident, but are thankful everyone made it off the bus without injury. Hansen is grateful he was in the right place at the right time.
I'm just glad I was there to help. I don't know if I wasn't there at that time or how long it would take to get the doors open. Maybe I don't know what would have happened to those kids. Maybe if they would have passed out from that smoke. So I'm glad I was there.
In Salem, John Adams, KGW News.
Parking passes for Clark County's regional parks are now available for next year. The annual passes cover 4 parks: Frenchman's Bar, Louisville, Salmon Creek, and Vancouver Lake. Annual passes are $30 each and are valid through 2025. For more information, go to the Clark County website. All right, let's talk about the holidays. Did you know that Santa Claus lives in Oregon? I mean, sure, Santa spends much of the year at the North Pole, but apparently he also owns a home in Christmas Valley, Oregon. In the off-season, Santa likes to travel, so yesterday he made an appointment to replace his driver's license with the real ID.
So today he's going to get a paper temporary, but that's not what will get you on a plane once that enforcement date goes live. It's going to be about 2 weeks when Santa will receive that plastic card in the mail, and that's the thing he needs to get on a plane.
Santa and the DMV want to remind Oregon drivers that the deadline to have your real ID is May 7th. That's when TSA will require every traveler over 18 to have a real ID to board a flight. You could also use a U.S. passport card, or military ID. If you want your real ID, the DMV says it's a great time to book that appointment before the rush begins. Rod Hill, you are one of those people that needs to book that appointment.
Do that. Now, I admit I was skeptical about the Santa Claus, but I did step up and take a close look, and the driver's license, in fact, confirms
it is Santa
that
Claus.
is Santa Claus. So,
well, duh.
Now I feel like an idiot, right? Who else dresses like that? We have clouds coming in to Oregon and Washington along the coast, and the green is the chance of some sprinkles or traceable amounts of light rain. Otherwise, it looks like we will be dry again today, but the clear sky pattern is ending. We'll see a mix of some passing clouds, generally kind of partly cloudy or partly sunny today. Our beautiful tree showing good visibility at street level coming into Portland again from the Pioneer Park building. 36 out along the river, and it's been 37 in downtown Portland. So we are getting a little bit of an east wind, which mixes the air and keeps it from cooling into the downtown area. Gorge winds that were gusting closer to 40 yesterday at Troutdale are gusting closer to 30 this morning. But they're still out there, adding that chill to the air. It's calm out on the west side, Hillsborough 37, Wilsonville 37 degrees. We've had more fog being reported up around Scappoose and probably the St. Helens area at times this morning. And we have the freezing fog advisory from Albany down to Eugene, but Salem not in the advisory unless the Weather Service has changed it recently. But you folks are, in fact, seeing freezing fog, and it's 29 degrees there. All right, so forecast numbers for you. dealing with the fog issues and the freezing, frosty starts. Most areas expected to see partly cloudy skies develop, low 40s in the Willamette Valley. Southwest Washington, not as much of a fog issue. Generally a mix of partly cloudier skies with temperatures 46, 47, kind of where we've been lately. Still overcast skies from Hood River through the Dalles and into Pendleton. Overcast in Madras, and then partly cloudy skies after morning fog in Bend and Sun River today. Our 7-day forecast numbers. It looks like with a mix of cloudiness today and tomorrow and some sun, we'll be dry until Friday overnight into early Saturday morning. And then it's rain at times the rest of Saturday, Saturday night. Likely showers on Sunday. Overnight temperatures warm, 45 Saturday, 43 Sunday. And then we're back to dry and some chilly starts the first part of next week. And that is your forecast.